remember the Alamo Dome is home to the Roadrunners of UTSA, and we are fired up to get this game underway. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the UTSA Roadrunners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Roadrunners will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hawkeyes offense takes the field. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
Wide out in motion. The give out of the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So you get stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat-and-mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. The sure hands, it's Shaw. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He finds his man. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's got him and they convert. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the art and talent on the throw.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start. And I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
It's complete to the left.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. The Hawkeyes pick up the first down.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
Might as well give it to him again. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Looking for a man. It's Beebe. Finds his tight end. Finds a crease at the 20. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. And the Hawkeyes will try to punch it in on first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. Here we go. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Iowa!
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the UTSA Roadrunners offense has its first opportunity of the day. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997 Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe.
He's loose. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Roadrunners moving quickly to the line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They're trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
It'll be a run on third and short. And the Roadrunners get enough to move the chains.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it. Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They'll run play action. Grab behind the line. It's Jennings. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Beebe. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets a block. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, UTSA.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll throw it on 1st down. He'll take a deep shot here. Snags it on the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Oh, Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To throw, it's Beebe. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Just enough time for one final play of the half.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in San Antonio as we say hello from our broadcast studios. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Alamo Dome.
Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moncrief. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're working that left side. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The running back has it. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They go right back to him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Catch in the middle. It's Jennings. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Roadrunners will try to pin them back with the punt. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Iowa has the ball back on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that Get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
After the short completion, it's now second down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. It's caught. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He's going to look for a man on third and short. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Leaves it with the running back. Discards a man. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him. And in turn, you see he breaks tackles and make big plays.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Now they're going to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Freedom.
Dropping back, it's Beebe. Fires deep toward the end zone. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it down the middle. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out route. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And the Roadrunners have this offense rolling. DB's right up on the receivers. Power football with the run. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. He's got the tight end. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Roadrunners with the 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. He'll try to do it himself. Sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Defense calls the timeout, trying to build up the nerves with this kicker. And the field goal unit is on the field. Between the uprights, it's good.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
He wants to take the top off. And he's got it inside the 35. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. We have reached a 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Back to pass, it's Beebe. They're bringing heat. And he intercepts it. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Corner's going to give them room. Run it with the fullback. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Roadrunners will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in at the 25. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Iowa has the ball back on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position, too, Reese.
Going deep. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the first down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
He wants to throw. Got his man on the right. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. And the Hawkeyes are in the red zone. Looking to throw, it's Beebe. Unleashes to the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. The give to the fullback. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. They'll operate out of split backs. It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back L's. It's not the end of the world, though. I still think there's time for this team to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to finish the season strong. It's not over yet. 2 bad weeks. Flush it down the toilet. Refocus the mechanism. We're ready to rock and roll next week.
It just needs to be about finding a way to win a game right now. In all likelihood, 99.9% chance the college football playoff now is not a possibility anymore. That's okay. Let's worry about winning a game. Let's go back. Let's watch the film. Let's get back to being who we are so we can get this ship right.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese.